Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Now, some of you will be sitting your exams next month. You have your CSEC and you have your CAPE exams. And so today, the purpose of this video is to share with you an effective study method to help you to ace those exams. I use this method myself. I used it in high school, I used it in college, and I used it in university, and I had great success, and so I want you to be successful as well. The study method is known as SQ3R. Now, what is the SQ3R method? The S in SQ3R stands for survey. So the first thing you do in your studies, whatever the topic is, this method is effective whichever subject, whatever course, whatever level of education you're at. Step 1, survey the material. Ensure that you look at the format, how it is organized, look at the style of writing. You need to also look at the topics, the chapters, what are the subheadings, look at the table of contents. You need to ensure that you check if there are summaries, are there outlines in the document. So you do a quick survey of the information. You scan everything and you can take brief notes as to any trends, anything you observe, you take brief notes. The Q in the technique is known as question. So you're going to write down questions that you may have about this topic. What this helps to do, it helps to stimulate your mind. It helps you to think as an examiner. It helps you to think as if you are the person setting the exam. What questions would you want to get answers to? All right, so you're going to write down all those questions that you may have. The questions that you write down, that represents really what you want to achieve from the course of study that you're focusing on, from the topic that you're focusing on. Then the R in the SQ3R method stands for read. So you're going to read through the material. Make sure when you're reading through the material, you have your highlighter. You have something to make note of the key points. So you're reading through, you're highlighting the main points, and you're also taking notes. Remember, you need to have the questions at the back of your head so you know exactly what you're reading for, what you're reading to identify. The second R in the study method is known as review. In this step, you want to ensure that you get the answers to the questions that you ask. And you want to ensure that you go over it over and over to ensure that you understand it. So you're going to be reviewing and reciting, trying to remember the main points from whatever it is that you read. And the final R stands for recite, meaning you're going to put this information to memory now. So what you're going to do at this stage, you're going to put away the material and you're going to orally review. You can ask somebody to quiz you. So you can give somebody else the questions and ask them to quiz you on the material, right? To see how much of it you remember, and you're going to commit that to your long-term memory, and that will help you in the exam. Now, practice makes perfect. So what you can do with your new knowledge, now stored in your long-term memory, you can tutor others, share the knowledge as much as possible, because the more you share what you learned is the more that you're going to remember. All right, so a quick summary as to what the SQ3R method is. It stands for survey, the Q stands for question, the first R is read, the second R is review, and the final R is recite. Read, review, and recite. All right, so remember, be confident. The most important thing that you need to be is confident. Marcus Garvey says, without confidence, you are twice defeated in the race of life. So I want you to be bold, I want you to be confident, and I want you to know that you have this exam locked. All right, so thank you so much for watching. I hope that little tip really helps you to do well in your CSEC and your CAPE exams. See you next week.